So yeah, you know, why should I trust you with anything? Why should I trust y'all? You feel me? Cause you feel me, my own family betrayed me. Y'all let a 37, 36-year-old fight with a 17-year-old, bro. Really think about that. And then y'all want to get mad at me, and then y'all want to tell me that I'm angry all the time. Yeah, I'm angry. Yeah, I'm mad, bro. Cause y'all are betrayers, bro. Y'all, it be your own family. I can't trust y'all. I can't trust nah. And then my grandma want to talk about, you know, why don't you want to talk? You need to express yourself. Talk about how she understands me. No, y'all don't. Y'all ain't been through what I've been through. We're not the same. Stop trying to make it seem like that. My thinking and your thinking is not the same thinking. Because if it were, that shit wouldn't have happened the way it did. My uncle tried to act like he on some, you know, I don't know what he was trying to prove. And I don't know if he was trying to prove that he was more dominant or more stronger. I don't know what the fuck he was trying to prove during that whole situation. That's not even how you get people to calm down. It's so sad that a 17-year-old has more understanding of what to do than adults. Yo, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna remove myself out of the equation. I'm gonna go take myself upstairs and play my game that way, so that nothing bad happens. So once everybody's calm, we could all sit down and have a conversation, because the room was getting heated. I could tell. I could sense the room. So I said, nope, let me go ahead and remove myself. My uncle didn't like that. He told me to go. He tried to go tell me to sit down. No, go sit down. And then once I got up, I got my, you know, cause you know, I'm playing my game, bro. I'm in my peace right now, bro. I'm in my peace. You feel me? I'm in my peace right now. And when people start invading my peace, yeah, bro. Cause now I'm thinking, bro, what you trying to do, bro? You invading my peace. You invading my space. You trying to destroy my oasis. Can't let you do that, bro. You feel me? My uncle didn't like the fact that I wasn't listening to him. He didn't like the fact that when he told me to go sit down, I ain't want to go sit down. Nigga, I'm gonna go take my ass upstairs. That's what I'm gonna do. You're not gonna try to tell me go sit down on the couch and I say I'm gonna take my ass upstairs. Hell no. And then on top of that, you're gonna try to block me from going upstairs. So now you're trying to start a problem. Cause my uncle, bro. Like I said, I don't know what he was trying to prove that day, but it didn't work out for him because he got his ass put on the floor. And it's not even on no bragging shit. But I could brag a little bit. I could do that. But you feel me? I don't have to brag. You feel me? You got your ass handed to you. You feel me? Cause once you put your hands on somebody, bro, you give them automatic right. And like I said, it could have had just been more than just a rough match. That shit wasn't. It was more of just like who, you know, because when he put his hands on me like the way he did, he grabbed me by my shirt. I'm saying, try to lift me up or some shit. It ain't work. He ain't lift me up. It ain't work. But he tore my shirt. He tore my tank top. And once he tore it off, bro, instant rage, nigga. You feel me? Like I ain't gonna say instant rage, but you feel me? I retaliated the way I did because you feel me? You put your hands on me, bro. Who are you, bro? You're not my dad. You're just my uncle, bro. And the reason why he put his hands on me the way he did was because I called him, bro. I said, Jordan, I said, bro, I said, yeah, I said, I need you to move out the way. like get out my way. Like you trying to, cause now you're blocking me from getting upstairs. You feel me? He could have had just kept his ass in the kitchen, and I would have had just took my ass upstairs, disappeared out of everybody's face. Once everybody's cool, calm, and collect, we could all come downstairs and have a conversation. But no, he didn't want to do that. He wanted it his way. And so you know what? You know what he got when he wanted it his way? He got what he got. Because he tried to do it his way, and his way didn't work. It just got his ass put on the floor. My uncle knew better. He's 37, 38 years old. Feel me? He's older than me. He was older than me. I was 17, bro. And that was on my birthday, I think. It was literally on my birthday when that shit happened. I'm never gonna forget that. They kicked me out on my birthday. You feel me? And the thing about it, what's so weird about it, is because both my auntie and my grandmother were both there at that time when it was happening. My uncle was there, obviously. He's the suspect and I'm the suspect. It was me, my uncle, my grandma, and my auntie. My auntie was literally near the dishes watching everything happen. You feel me? My grandmother, she was on the other side watching it happen as well. So it was two women watching that shit happen. My uncle, right? He, like, bro, like, you feel me? Cause like the way I'm seeing it is, my grandmother should have had corrected my uncle, not me. The fact that he even got up the way he did and tried to puff up, he came up, he got up, and then he tried to puff out his chest. You see what I'm saying? And I was already like, bro, like, come on now, like, bro, Georgia, get out of my way, bro. Just get out of my way, bro. Move out my way. You know, he was doing all that extra stuff, just trying to show how tough he was and all this other goofy ass shit, bro. And like I said, I didn't care about I didn't care about that shit. All I cared about was going upstairs and removing my presence from everybody else. That's all I cared about. That's all I wanted. Because I knew that if I remove myself, and I always told myself this, I said, if I'm really this angry person that they claim me to be, which I'm not saying that I was never angry. I've always said I was that. Yes, I had every right to be upset. Because of my family. They were all, because prior to when I was born, they was already going through bullshit. They didn't have this shit figured out. They should have had that shit figured out already. But they didn't have shit figured out. You feel me? All this bickering, back talk, all this fucking snake bullshit, they all do it to each other. They all do it. That's why my mama, she always told me one thing. She said, always watch people and just analyze and watch people. Because you can learn a lot from how people talk, move, and how they behave. Oh yeah. She always told me that. She always told me, Corey, watch and analyze. That's all you have to do. And that's all I've ever done throughout my life is watch and analyze people. Watching the different types of mindsets and the mentalities that exist. My mama, the reason why she told me that is because she's been through it already. She already knows. So naturally, she's gonna pass it down to her children. She's gonna pass it down to her sons, her daughters, or whatever it may be. Because she experienced the same shit from her parents growing up. Like I said, my uncle, he wasn't, and he was 100% wrong on what he did. And like I said, that's my blood uncle. That's not my uncle. That's blood related. Because my auntie, and my other uncle are married. You see what I'm saying? That's not my blood uncle. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing it out there. But I'm saying my uncle that's not blood related is married to my auntie, and that uncle, he was the one that kicked me out. And the reason, and it was so fucked up about it, right? Not only did he kick me out of the crib, not only did he just do that, right? Because this is one thing he told me, and I respect, and forever I respected that ever since I was there. He said, there will be no fighting in my house. %. I ain't gonna fight in nobody's house. I'm not going to. You feel me? I got nieces and nephews in that house. I don't want them to see that. You see what I'm saying? The fucked up part about it is that not only because he kicked me out, which is fine, whatever, right? But ever since that day, bro, he ain't, bro, because he want to talk about being a man. All right, fine, and hold everybody accountable. Because when that happened, I wasn't the one that started that shit, you know. You feel me? This is why I said it's so sad that a 17-year-old got more sense than all the adults in the room, bro. Y'all's brain is just gone. Like, it's like y'all just, and they all worked on a collective base. You feel me? So if something bad happens, they all get together and, like, you know, they all want to throw in their comments. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck about all y'all coming together trying to come against me. Like, what the fuck y'all gonna do? Y'all just gonna fucking run y'all fucking mouths. All y'all got, that's all y'all could do. I don't mean shit. The fuck, acting like y'all some fucking judges or some shit. Get the fuck out of my face. All I need is one person to talk to me. I don't need 7, 8 motherfuckers talking to me. Get that shit out of my face. That's the shit that pissed me off even more. Cause what the fuck is all y'all got to say? My brother, he wasn't even there. Well, he was there, but he was upstairs. I don't even know where my other uncle was at. He was somewhere in the house, probably in the living room. My aunt and my uncle, my fault. My aunt, my auntie, and my grandma. I'm not saying I won't forgive them, but I will never forgive them for that. I will never forgive them for that. I will never trust them again after that. They broke my trust after that. My grandma mainly, and my auntie. Because my aunt, she saw the whole thing happen. She saw everything happen. She saw my uncle get up. She saw my uncle, bro, she saw everything, bro. There was even a camera inside the living room. And when everything was said and done, I told my uncle, I said, yo, now my blood uncle, I told my uncle, that's not blood related, go check the cameras. Go look at the cameras, bro. The camera ain't gonna lie. And then do you know what he had the audacity to say to me? The camera doesn't, it can't rewind. So why the fuck do you got a camera inside your house, you can't rewind shit? If a crime ever happened in that house, there ain't no motherfucking evidence to show because your ass got a camera that can't rewind. That was the only thing that was gonna save my ass out of that whole shit. Once I figured that shit out, and I don't even know if he was lying. I don't even know if he was lying. I feel like he was lying somewhere. You got a camera, you bought a camera that you can't even use to rewind shit. What type of sense does that make? That was the only thing that was gonna save my ass that day. But guess what? It ain't work out. He ended up kicking me out the house. My uncle, he was able to stay. He ain't correct my uncle, and he want to talk about being the man of the house. Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face with that shit. Hold every man accountable. You feel me? How the fuck you older than me? You 37 years old. And you want to try to fight with a 17-year-old. You trying to get buff with a 17-year-old, bro. Realistically, that's not even a fair fight, but I'll still give it to you. I still give it to you. I don't care about age. I don't care about that shit. You want to fight? All right, fine. I'll let him have it. That's what he wanted. And like I said, the only reason why he got mad the way he did was because I called him bruh. I literally called him a bruh. Jordan, get out my way, bro. I need you to move. Who you calling, bro? Who you calling, bro? Rip my shirt. As soon as he did that shit, nigga, it was green light. On everything, bro. I picked his ass up and I put his ass on the floor. I said, go ahead, put your hands on me again. Put your hands on me again. You want something to mess with? All right, I'll get right here. You know, he's sweating and shit. Like I said, I ain't had to swing on. I ain't had to throw no punches on him. Because like I said, if he would have threw a punch, I would have had threw punches. But he ain't do that. All he did was just grab me up and tear my shirt. So once he did that, I grabbed his big ass, and you know what I'm saying? I literally took his ass down to the floor. On some real military shit. And he got military experience. And he still lost. How the fuck that happened? I ain't never once in my life been in the military, but I always knew how to fight. Always knew how to take somebody down to the ground, bro. I don't need all that extra experience. Like I said, I ain't had to hurt him. I ain't had to throw hands on him. It was just a rough match. So that was. Let's see who could get put down on the ground. I took his ass straight down to the ground, right to the floor. Still right over him. That's when my aunt and my uncle. That's my fault. That's when my grandmother and my auntie came. And they pulled me back. They started trying to pull me back and shit. Like, bro, why is y'all trying to hold me back for? Do that to my uncle. Cause once he put his hands on me, y'all should have had gotten up as fast as y'all did. They should have had gotten up and got my uncle once he put his hands on me. They ain't call him. They ain't no. Nope. They sat there and they watched it, and they waited until they waited until I put his ass on the floor. Oh yeah. It's just funny to me because, like I said, bro, it's how does this shit work? How does that work? You know, you say I'm gonna remove myself. I'm leaving the premises. I'm leaving the area because everybody's getting upset. Everybody's getting angry. You can feel the temperature rising. You take it upon yourself and you say, you know what? No, I'm just gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna play my game. And like I said, I ain't say nothing rude or disrespectful to nobody. And for that to be warranted was wrong. Cause like I said, bro, I ain't call nobody no names, bro. Nobody. I ain't disrespect nobody. I was literally on a phone call with a friend, bro. I had my game relaxed. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying my oasis, my peace. I don't know if they hated the fact that I was in my little zone and they want to try to interfere with that. I don't know what it was. But I said, you know what? No, I'm not going to give you guys that type of ammunition. You know what I'm saying? To use on me. So I'm going to take it upon myself and I'm going to go remove myself. Because remember, I'm this bad guy. I'm this villain. I'm this person that wants to hurt people. I can't control myself. I got anger issues, right? This is everything that my family has ever said about me. Or probably, you know what I'm saying? They think or thought about me. And like I said, yeah, I've been angry. I've been upset 100% because the fact that I had to go through everything I had to go through. And not only that, my family is always in bullshit. They always arguing, all this other crazy shit. They literally talk behind each other's backs. They all do the same shit. That's all I ever done throughout my life was analyze. Hold on. So yeah, bro. Like I said, bro, you know, I trusted my family, bro. I really did. I trusted my grandmother and my auntie because I thought that they were gonna be there for me when bad shit happened. But all they showed me is that they're untrustworthy. I can't trust them. You feel me? They're liars and they're deceivers. You feel me? As much as they want to try to act like they're goody-goody and all other little stupid shit, I go to church. Oh, I'm the white sheep. That's why I said, bro. They ain't been through shit. My auntie, she ain't been through shit. She didn't know what it's like to be on the other side. She came up good. She ain't had to stress about shit. Yeah, she don't know what it's like, especially as a boy. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, growing up, having the, you know what I'm saying? You don't have time to enjoy yourself and have fun like that. Cause you always thinking about what is there next. You know what I'm saying? What happens next? Getting moved around, going from group home to group home, going to foster care, you know, switching up, going everywhere, bro. I ended up living the rest of I ended up being at a group home, you know what I'm saying, for the majority of my time until Auntie came and picked me up. So yeah, bro. like I said, bro, I can't trust them no more after that. I don't trust nobody at that house. Do I still love them? Of course, I still love them. But I don't trust y'all no more. I can't trust them no more. I don't trust y'all no more. You feel me? Y'all kicked me out. I said y'all kicked me out instead of a 37-year-old. He got his own place, his own house. They didn't correct him, but they wanted to correct me. They didn't correct a older adult, you know what I'm saying, that put his hands on the 17-year-old. You're not my mother, you're not my mother, you're not my dad, nigga. You're not my father. You feel me? Who are you? You're just my uncle. Act like one. And like I said, and if words hurt you, if words get you touched, if words hurt your feelings, if saying the word bruh hurt your feelings, I don't know what to say. I'm not gonna stop saying bruh just because you're hurt by that. Oh yeah, he thought just because I was 17 or whatever, that I wasn't gonna retaliate. He thought because I was smaller than him, I wasn't gonna retaliate. My uncle, he's bigger than me, you know what I'm saying? He got more muscle on him. And despite all that shit he had, he still had all that muscle on him. And he still got thrown to the floor. So it goes to show, it don't even matter how big and how tough you are. It don't matter, bro. It don't matter your size, it don't matter anything. You can still get your ass handed to you. Now, like I said, this is my uncle. You know what I'm saying? This isn't like somebody on the street. I had to whip somebody's ass. No. Like I said, this was like a rough match. You know what I'm saying? You know, you pushing each other up on objects and shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything's getting moved out the way. That's what that was. You know what I'm saying? I took his ass down, yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Pushed his ass all the way off hit the hockey table, went all the way down to the floor. Standing over him. And look, I'm not no big buff. I'm not big and buff. I don't got all this meat on me. But bro, you feel me? I'm like medium size, you feel me? I'm not super skinny, but like, you feel me? I got medium size on me. It's so fucked up, bro. Like I said, nowadays, like I said, bro, that's one reason why I don't really, I'm not saying I don't talk to family. I don't really have a reason to talk to them a lot, you know what I'm saying? I'll call, hi, how are you? You know what I'm saying? Doing good, I love you too. That's really it. I don't, you know, I'm not always calling everybody. I don't need to. I like my peace. When I was younger, it was different, nigga. I was all about, you know what I'm saying? I was more deviant. You know what I'm saying? I was more upset. I was more angry. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Who wouldn't be going through all that shit? Yeah, man. It sucks out here, but like I said, bro, you know, when you the black sheep, when you are the villain of your family, yeah, you get treated differently than everybody else. My own brother, I couldn't even trust my own brother. You feel me? My oldest brother, mind you, because you know what I'm saying? Your older brother is supposed to be someone that really stands up for you. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to stand up for you. He's supposed to be there for your defense. I know I fucked up before. I made some bad decisions, but I'm not always doing bad shit. I'm not always out here looking to hurt people. I'm not always out here to do harm. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm here to do, bro. And everybody want to talk about respect. Or you should respect me because I'm the elder, or I'm the oldest, or whatever. And like I said, I get all that hierarchy, but that really doesn't mean anything to me. It really doesn't. I understand you're older. Like for example, I have great grandma, you know what I'm saying? Great grandma, that makes sense. Great grandma is elderly, you know what I'm saying? Like you always respect your elders no matter what. I don't need, cause like I said, even when I was younger and I was living with great grandma when I was younger, I used to give her hell. I used to act up with her. You feel me? But I remember one day, you know what I'm saying, when I ended up coming to her, cause I was older after that. You know what I'm saying? I came up to great grandma. I told great grandma, I said, great grandma, I'm sorry for acting the way I did when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I knew I could have had control of myself a lot better than that. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, boy, she said you were young. And you ain't know. And like I said, me personally, I know great grandma likes to, she'll, I was young or whatever. I'm just saying, I know deep down I always had the ultimate decision. You know what I'm saying? Deep down, that's why I say I'm always in touch with myself. I could always, because I know deep down I could have done it differently. I didn't have to act up that way. I didn't have to. Sure, I could understand being upset, but I didn't have to act out that way, So that's one thing I carry on myself, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say responsibility, and because it shows that I'm in touch with myself, you know what I'm saying? That I had the ultimate decision to make it right. Yeah, that's why I say I'm family, like I said, always love family, you know what I'm saying? But don't ever forget what they did, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, just because they say, we should move past it and we need to, all this other stuff, that's fine. But that doesn't erase the fact that you did what you did and the fact that you lied about it in front of my face. You feel me? It's never gonna make it right. It will never be right in my eyes. And like I said, like I said, it's past now. It's over. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I don't hold no grudges. I'm not even upset. I'm just saying, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the fact that my grandmother and my auntie betrayed me to protect a grown-ass man that doesn't even live in the residence, but he wants to call shots in the residence. Because he thinks, because see, this is why I said my blood uncle, when all that was said and done, guess what my uncle did? My uncle's gonna go and tell my not related blood uncle to kick me out the house. And so my unrelated blood uncle, because he can't think for himself, he got to go and ask everybody else what the fuck to do for his residence, right? This is why I say, what type of man are you if you can't make up your own fucking mind? You got people telling you what to do. You telling everybody that there ain't gonna be no fighting in the house. Okay, fine, but make sure it applies to everybody else. I should have been my case should have been acquitted. I should have been okay in everything, bro. I should have been safe, but I wasn't safe. I should have been safe with my own family, bro. Really, I should have been safe with my own family. I should have been told the fact that, you know what, Corey, you're good. You feel me? We'll talk to you in a minute. Go upstairs or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Or not even that. They should have just had pointed it out right then and there. So I don't even know, because you feel me? The way I see it, it's like my not related blood uncle. I feel like he got bitched out. You feel me? I feel like another man had to make him think on what to do. When the reality is, he should have had made his ass leave, because he broke the rules in the house. This doesn't just apply to me. It doesn't just apply to me and my brothers and everybody. No, it applies to everybody, bro. Nobody, you say ain't gonna be no fighting in the house. My uncle came to the house and disrespected the rules. My uncle came in the house, vaping inside the house. My uncle gonna say, my not related blood uncle's gonna say, obviously no vaping in the house. No, obviously, okay, fine, whatever. Guess what my uncle gonna do? He gonna vape inside the house. You know, and like I said, I don't care, because like I said, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not my crib, but you know, hold the rules to everybody now, not just me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you come on a special occasion or not. Ain't no vaping inside the house. Broke the rules on that too. So this is why I say people just pick and choose what they want to do. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.